Pressure is an interesting thing. It can be good, it helps me reach certain goals.
Pressure makes my chest heavy.
I put pressure on myself to be the best at everything I try.
Pressure feels like a giant physical weight on my shoulders.
When I feel pressure, I get really jittery.
Pressure to me feels like I'm swimming in a pit of foam.
Pressure feels like I'm at the top of a roller coaster and my stomach is filled with a tall glass of anxiety.
Okay, this is enough pressure as it is. I just need to talk about
I always felt pressured to do the right things and say the right things so they'd still like me and be my friends. They were bullies, and yet I felt the weight of this pressure anyway. But when there was a falling out and I lost these friends, one day I woke up and the pressure was gone.
I was diagnosed with anxiety and depression. Because I was so young, I didn't know how to control these feelings. And so I'd project them onto other people, which made me lose a lot of friends. And as I got older, I decided to surround myself with things that reminded me of happiness and positivity. But it really just led to me hiding my emotions. And I still to this day feel pressure to be happy.
I feel like there is pressure for dance just to be a fun thing or a hobby or something I do for a little while before I actually settle down and get a traditional job, like in business or in finance or something of that sort. And there's this pressure to eventually just not dance anymore.
Suddenly I had this week of really intense rehearsals. I felt really inadequate compared to everyone else in the room. It was really intimidating, and really I put a lot of pressure on myself. So more rehearsals and more performance and just absolute exhaustion. I eventually had an emotional breakdown, mental breakdown in the middle of the class. I had to leave, and I've just never experienced that kind of pressure before.
I didn't stop eating, but I started feeling guilty about eating certain things or eating too much or feeling full after I ate. I found myself assessing my body more than my technique in the mirror in a studio, all because of the pressure that I was putting on myself internally about something as basic as eating or exercising.
It's frustrating because I don't look like them at all, technically speaking, and I just feel so behind and almost insignificant because how on earth am I expected to get a job when people like this exist alongside me? It's just gonna take a little bit of work on my part.
One time when I was at a dance competition, my dance teacher came up to me and I was really upset, and I explained to her why I was upset, and she kind of just disregarded everything and said I had to be happy. They make it seem like I can't have these feelings. I can't ever be different than how I always am.
Oh my goodness.
And I felt a big pressure to be happy. And I feel like that continues to happen in my everyday life.
pressure. Pressure feels like a bunch of outside voices telling me to jump over the edge of a swimming pool. I hear all of these voices and I just begin to sink and sink and sink.
I had my dance team state competition the same weekend as my studio's Nutcracker. On top of that, I had finals week, and we had some service events going on that week, and so I was just juggling so many things at once. And
Everything's fine.
I just remember that being a really hard time for me.
It's fine, everything's fine.
I am definitely the type that likes to please everyone, but it definitely taught me a lot, and I came out of it stronger.